off the bat, Cam Talbot named as your representative for the All-Star game. Just what's it mean to see him kind of recognized for what he's brought to the group this year?
Very deserving. I don't think that was a. We have some other players that are very deserving, but that wasn't a hard choice. I don't think for our group. He's been very solid from day one. He's injected a lot of confidence into the group, and guys appreciate him. So I think we're all really happy for him. Toronto kid, going to go back there and play in front of a lot of family and friends. So we'll all be rooting him on.
What does he provide just for his team coming in the way, the stability of his game when he's in there?
I think you used the word stability. It's as simple as that. He makes the saves he needs to make. He gets a lot of help from the group in front of him. It's not like we're giving up an enormous amount of chances, so it works good both ways. And what maybe we appreciate the most is how quick it got meshed together with him and the new and his new teammates. So it's good to see. We've got to keep it going.
Just as a refresher, Todd, Brandt, Clarke, and what he can bring.
Well, he's brought a little enthusiasm already. He's got a little skip in his stride, good practice. When the games start, he's very deceptive. He's got real good vision. We expect to play him on the power play. He'll get tested in the defensive zone, but we think his game's improved there. And if he uses his assets, he'll be a real effective player.
You talked after last game about how the line changes impacted PL's line. What did you think about how Kopi's line came together and Phil's line, how they kind of adjusted?
Well, it's going to take, if we stick with this, it's going to take a little bit of time. But they're all NHL players. They all have a skill set. Kopi and Q have played together. Morrissey's obviously a new addition there. Plays a little different than Juice does, but not dramatically different. It's just the tendencies, and you may not have played with your new line mate, but you've watched him now for a long time. You should understand what to expect from him, and we've got to give it a little bit of time.
Spoke the other day about wanting to get maybe a little more production from the defense. Matty Roy gets one last game, and over these 4 games, I think he's had more shots on goal than anybody. Is he a guy who is maybe getting pucks through when others aren't, or anything you like?
Yeah, he's had a lot of real good looks this year. Probably the most out of anybody on our back end that hasn't produced a lot of goals. And to see him score, you could see a relief in his body language and an overall individual relief for him. But he does get a shot through. Obviously, last year it was a big part of his game, joining the rush and finding the net. This year he's joined the rush and maybe found a post or a crossbar instead of the interior. So a little bit of bad puck luck, but I'm sure it's going to come.
What conversation, do you have with a young player like Brandt Clarke, who's been up here before, coming back, being around the club? Is there much conversation to be had with him?
Yeah, there's, we're trying to put him in the best situation we can to prepare him for success. Trent Yanni's had an outstanding relationship with him, even when he wasn't here last year. When he was with the World Junior team, when he was with his junior team. There was constant communication, so Jans takes care of a lot of that. He's going to make him feel good, but he's also going to push him to excel. And that balance should be exactly what he needs.
I know you're used to travel, but what's the challenge of a trip like this long with 6 games?
Well, we've done these before. You always like to be going on a road trip on a high note. We haven't banked as many points as we'd like, so there's 2 challenges, 1 to get through the trip and 2 to find our game and reestablish it. So that's what we'll start with tomorrow, and then we'll work our way through it. Try to get home with more points in the bank than we've lost.
Is it safe to say it hasn't been a dramatic drop-off, just kind of something?
Moments, a lot of times I sing in the locker room, there's really nothing going on until there's something going on. And those something moments we were taking care of at the beginning of the year with a lot of success on both sides of the puck. And right now we're just a take care of moment or a play moment behind. Been up 2-0 a lot in a lot of games. Had a breakaway the other night, a 2-on-1. Phil had a look at the goaltender all by himself. We had a power play. We failed to get it to 3, and then anything can happen. A bad bounce, a call that doesn't go your way. Whereas early in the year that we were getting to 3, and then it's we've got a bit of a cushion built in.
Power play in the last few games on the power play that leads you to believe maybe it's moving in the right direction?
No. Nope. I can't lie to you. I think that there's some things that still have to happen and improve in those areas. I think we did create more chances, and we didn't give up momentum, but the polish and the execution has to improve. And, we practiced it today, and I hope it's going to be better tomorrow than it was today.
Talk about those 2-0 leads. Is it fair to say with the moments comment that the mentality or approach isn't changing? Like sometimes it can when you have a lead, it's just not the execution in those moments?
I think that's accurate. The moments are. I hate talking about individuals because it's about the team. And we all suffer team moments and all that type of stuff. But often, lately, the moments have been individual moments, and those individual moments, those mistakes or those errors, have affected everybody. Whether it's an individual decision, a puck play that just one individual is involved in, nobody else has anything to do with the play. Those have to get cleaned up, and you got to work your way out of it. That's where we are right now.